Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're doing well. Today I have a tutorial for you since I get asked a lot of questions about the process and the details behind my anime paintings. So in this video I'll be showing you the process in depth and also answering some of the questions I get asked the most. So let me just clean my desk and let's get started. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, because it really helps me out. I'm going to start by showing you all of the art supplies I use, starting with paper. For paper, I like to use watercolor paper around 300 GSM. The one that I use the most is this one by Canson. I like it because it's very smooth compared to other watercolor papers. The second paper I use is this one, and it's also by Canson, and it's a little bit more textured than the previous one, but it's more resistant since you can also use it for acrylic paint. Lastly, I sometimes use a heavier paper like this Japanese watercolor paper, but I mostly use it for artwork that's going to be framed, not so much for practice, but still it's a very nice paper to work with. For drawing, I use a 0.5 mechanical pencil. The one that I'm using currently is the Uni Guru Toga pencil. It's very comfortable to work with and it doesn't hurt my wrist, so I like it a lot. For the leads, I use the Staedtler Mars Microcarbon, and for the sketches where I add color lines, I like to use the Uni Nano Dia color leads in quite a few different colors. For the eraser, I don't have any preference, but just make sure to get one that won't smudge your pencil lines too much. For the wash, I have 3 different ones I use, starting with the most internet famous one, the Himi Miya wash paints. I got them on Amazon a couple of years ago and I really like them for anime paintings. The colors are very easy to mix and the paint runs very smoothly over the paper. I recommend them if you are learning wash. Just make sure to keep them moist so they don't dry very soon. The second wash paints are the Winsor & Newton Designer's Wash. I really like the quality of these paints and the colors are very rich and they feel very professional. You can really tell the difference in the quality when you're using them, so I would definitely encourage you to give them a try. Lastly, I will show you the Talens Art Creation Wash. These paints are quite affordable, so they are a good place to start learning wash. The selection of colors is not that good on the basic kit, so I would recommend you to get a larger set, but they work really well and as I said, they are a very good place to start. For brushes, I prefer synthetic watercolor brushes. They are very easy to clean and to maintain, and they are also more affordable than real hair brushes. I like them because they give the wash a very smooth feel and also a very smooth finish. For the palette, I use a white plate. Yes, the kind of plate you would use for food, and let me tell you why. Using a colored surface to mix your colors can affect the way you see the colors, and they can look very different once you place them on the paper. So I will always recommend for you to use a white or a glass surface for mixing, and not the colored palette that comes with the Himi Miya wash, for example. Also, a plate is very easy to clean once you're finished, so that's a plus. These are some of the pens I have tried to use for my wash paintings, and I have gotten a lot of questions from you asking why I use a brush pen for my outlines, and the answer is that the other pens don't run smoothly over the wash paint. That's why I always go back to the brush pen. I don't use wash and a thin brush for the outlines because I like the look of the ink over the paint, but it's just personal preference. A brush pen takes a lot more precision and practice, but I think it's a good learning experience. And if you have found any other pens that work over wash, please let us know in the comments below, since it's a question I get asked a lot and I really don't have any other suggestions. Now for the process, I'm gonna skip very quickly the drawing part because you have seen me drawing quite a few times. I'm going to apply the washi tape to get some clean edges and erase the pencil lines a little bit. My model for today is Anzu from the anime Romantic Killer. I just finished this anime and I loved it. It's super funny and cute. My teenage self relates to Anzu a lot, and the relationship she has with her cat is basically the same one that I have with my cat, Mocha, so I decided to paint this image for today. I decided to remove the original background of the image just to keep the focus on the characters. For my process, I have two main rules that I like to follow when painting with wash. The first rule is to always mix your paints with a little bit of water. Since wash is a water-based paint, it's necessary for you to mix some water with the paint for the paint to run smoothly over the paper. Don't use the wash straight from the pot or the tube, and always mix a little bit of water until you get the consistency that you want. The second rule is to work in thin layers from the lightest colors to the darkest ones. I find it easier to follow this method because you can always cover light colors with darker ones than to cover dark colors with lighter ones, at least when it comes to wash. The only exception to this rule are the very strong highlights that we can add once the painting is finished. In anime, you would usually get 2 shades of each color because there are almost no midtones, only a light color and a shadow color. So apply the shadows after the light, especially when painting characters. For backgrounds or landscapes, the color placement can be a little bit more complex, but that's for another video.
と思いますか?
And here it is, the final result. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I also hope that I helped you out a little bit. And if you have any other questions or any comments, I'll be happy to talk to you in the comment section below. As I said before, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please give this video a like if you find it helpful. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.